Introduction to the Science of Hadith by Ibn Salah al-Shahrazuri, 577 to 643, the most influential work in the Science of Hadith in existence. Category 59, Obscure References. This is the discipline concerning the names of those men and women who are referred to obscurely in Hadith. The expert Abdul Ghani ibn Sa'id al-Khatib al-Baghdadi and others wrote books on this subject. The identity of the obscure individual becomes known through the appearance of his name in other versions of the Hadith. However, the names of many of these individuals were never discovered. This phenomenon takes several forms. One of them, and it is one of the most obscure, is where the individual is referred to merely as a man or a woman. One example of this is the Hadith of Ibn Abbas, God be pleased with them, Abbas and the father of Ibn Abbas, to the effect that a man, Rajul, said, "Messenger of God, does the pilgrimage take place every year?" The man was Aqra ibn Habis. Ibn Abbas identified him in another version of the Hadith. Another example of this is the Hadith of Abu Sa'id al-Khudri regarding some of the companions of the Messenger of God, peace be upon him, who passed by a tribe and the members of the tribe did not treat them as guests, so their leader was stung by a scorpion. One of them, Rajulun minhum, apologies in Arabic, recited the first surah of the Quran in exchange for 30 sheep and so forth. The one who made the incantation was the transmitter, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. Another example is the Hadith of Anas to the effect that the Messenger of God, peace be upon him, saw a rope tied between two pillars of the mosque in Medina and asked about it. They replied, "A certain woman, Fulana, prays there. When she is overcome, she holds onto the rope." This woman is variously identified as Zainab bint Jahash, the wife of the Messenger of God. Her sister, Hamna bint Jahash, and Maymuna bint Harith, the mother of the believers, that is, the wife of the Prophet. Another example is the woman, al-Mar'a, the woman, who asked the Messenger of God, peace be upon him, about the major ablution for menstruation, and he said, "Take a bit of musk." She was the Ansarite woman, Asma bint Yazid bin Sakan. She used to be called the preacher of the women. In a version of the Hadith given by Muslim, she is identified as Asma bint Shakal, God knows best. Another form of this phenomenon exists. It consists of those who are obscure because they are called the son of X, the son of the Xite, or the daughter of X, and the like. An example of this is the Hadith of Atiyah, one of the daughters of the Messenger of God, peace be upon him. She died, and he said, "Wash her with water and lote tree leaves," and so forth. She was Zainab, the wife of Abu al-Asi ibn al-Rabi'. She was the Prophet's eldest daughter, peace be upon him, and his family. It is also said that the eldest of his daughters was Ruqayyah. God knows best. Ibn al-Lutbiyah, the son of the Lutbi woman. Muhammad ibn Sa'ad, the author of Kitab Tabaqat al-Kabir, the Great Book of Generations, stated that his name is Abdullah, and that the gentilic al-Lutbiyah refers to Banu Lutb, a sub-tribe of the Asd, and the Asd are the same as the Azd. He also said Ibn al-Utbiyah, and that is wrong. Ibn Mirba al-Ansari, whom the Messenger of God, peace be upon him, dispatched to the people of Arafah and said, "Keep to your shrines." His name was Zayd Waqidi, and his amanuensis, i.e. the person that writes for him, his scribe, Ibn Sa'd, said his name was Abdullah. The blind mu'adhin, Ibn Maktoum. His name is variously given as Abdullah bin Za'idah, Amr ibn Qais, and so forth. The name of Maktoum was Atiqa bint Abdullah. The girl, Al-Ibna, whom the tribe of Banu Hisham ibn al-Mughira wanted to wed to Ali ibn Abi Talib, God be pleased with him, was Al-Awra bint Abi Jahl bin Hisham. God knows best. Another form of this phenomenon concerns uncles, aunts, and the like. Examples are Rafi ibn Khadij from his paternal uncle, in the Hadith regarding the contract to cultivate a field in exchange for a portion of its yield. His paternal uncle was Zuhair bin Rafi al-Harithi al-Ansari. Ziyad ibn Ilaqa from his paternal uncle. The uncle was Qutbah bin Malik al-Tha'labi. The paternal aunt, Amma of Jabir ibn Abdullah, who began to weep for his father on the day of the Battle of Uhud. Her name was Fatima bint Amr bin Haram. Waqidi called her Hind. God knows best. Another form of this phenomenon concerns husbands and wives. The examples are the Hadith of Subayya al-Aslamiyya to the effect that she gave birth a few days after the death of her husband. He was Sa'ad ibn Khawla. From the Messenger of God described during the eulogy as dying in Mecca. He fought in the Battle of Badr. The husband of Barwa bint Washik, the lexicographers pronounce her name Barwa, while the scholars of Hadith generally pronounce it Birwa. The name of her husband was Hilal bin Murrah al-Ashja'i, according to what we have heard from more than one source. The wife, Zawja of Abdurrahman bin Zabir, who had been the wife of Rifa'ah bint Samawal Qurazi, whom he divorced, her name was Tamima bint Wahab, and it was also given as Tumayma and Suhayma. God knows best. Stay tuned for category number 60.